After 2 blissful days on the river alone, we departed our camp on Rio Meliquina and decided to rejoin the race on Ruta 40. And the end of La Ruta de los Siete Lagos in San Martín de los Andes. But as it would turn out, this would be more than a mere pit stop. Unable to find a clutch kit anywhere in Argentina, Chad enlisted the help of Max, this Max, who found a clutch in Santiago and was able to get it shipped to Pucón. With steep duties and strict restrictions on importing tires and parts into Argentina, and no way to predict how long it would take to clear customs, we realized we would have to go to Pucón to pick it up. Problem being, we could not cross the border on the motorcycle without running the very real risk of having it seized, which left us with few options. But wait, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Allow me to explain for those who haven't been following along. Chad bought the Africa Twin in 2018 and rode it from California to Patagonia, where we moved full-time to take control of our brewery and restaurant. Securing our Chilean residency, we could no longer have a foreign bike on a TIP, so in 2019, we officially imported the bike into Zona Franca, aka the duty-free zone. After settling in, we realized we were being screwed by our partners, staged a hostile takeover, and lawyered up. Then COVID happened. With the restaurant shut down and facing another harsh Patagonia winter under a strict military quarantine, we flew back to California in 2021, leaving the motorcycle in Chile. Returning in 2022, having lost both the business and our residency, we decided to move on with life, settle our affairs in Chile, and spend the next 18 months as moto hobos, exploring the South American continent. Then bureaucracy happened. Attempting to venture beyond the confines of the aforementioned Zona Franca, we were duly informed that we needed a special permit called a pasavante. Problem was, pasavantes are not issued to tourists. Since we were no longer Chilean residents, we were unable to take our bike out of Zona Franca. We were given 2 options. A, renew our residency, which is a months-long and expensive process, or B, sell the Africa Twin. So we elected for option C and snuck the bike out of the country. Chad and I were free to come and go as we pleased, but our motorcycle was officially an outlaw, on the lam, persona non grata, which was all well and good until Chad fried the clutch and we needed parts. Parts that we could not find in Argentina. Okay, that's enough recap. With a few days to spare before the clutch was scheduled to arrive in Pucón, and prices for lodging through the roof, we once again set to the task of finding a quiet campsite for the next couple of days. A fool's errand, to be sure. After exploring the options along Lacar Lake, we retreated north to explore the wild camping options at the decidedly locals-only Lago Lalog.
It's 33 degrees Celsius, 92 degrees Fahrenheit right now at 5:30 in the afternoon. I didn't know it got this hot in Patagonia.
Unable to find relief from either the heat or the crowds, a local took pity on us and allowed us to camp at his lakeside day-use facility while we awaited word from Pucón. Until finally, only 2 days late, Chad boarded a bus bound for Chile, leaving me to fend for myself in the mean streets of San Martin.
So I'm back at the Argentinian border. I've never actually crossed an international border on a bus before. I've just always done my best not to be stuck behind them at the border. We're going back to Chile, which is something I didn't anticipate ever doing again. This is all part of the adventure, I guess. Going back to Chile on a bus.
After a 6-hour bus ride and a night on the town, Chad secured the package and was back on the bus, bound for the border. With our clutch plates snugly stashed in his prison wallet, he bid farewell to Chile one final time before getting stuck in a wildfire, making his way back. Early the next morning, doing our best to avoid the long lines at the petrol station, we continued our journey north on Ruta 40 into the interior of the Neuquén province. Having unofficially started this leg of our journey in Ushuaia, we had made a mess zigzagging our way across the Chilean-Argentinian border. In the process, crossing the Tierra del Fuego, Santa Cruz, Chubut, and Rio Negro provinces of Argentina. Neuquén, arguably the northernmost province of Patagonia, serves as a climactic crossroads. With mountains and fertile valleys to the west, arid plateaus to the east, the lakes and glaciers of Patagonia to the south, and vast desert to the north. Neuquén also served as a crossroads in our journey. As Chad and I finally put Patagonia in our rearview mirror, concluding a very bittersweet chapter in our lives.
So that just completely blew off the other pioneer, the other bag. It just broke right there. So we're gonna have to restrap your red bag to the grab bar. It might kind of be a pain in your ass for a minute.
No, it's all right.
I'll come up with more of a permanent solution tonight.
With the glitz, glamour, and holiday crowds behind us, we pushed onward to Las Lajas, a small town on the shores of the Agrio River.
I've never seen one of these before. Agua caliente for your mate. Pretty cool.
Where we stocked up on provisions before swinging a few gates in search of somewhere to call home for the night. and secure some of our many bits and bobs before tackling one of the rougher and more picturesque sections of Ruta 40 in the morning.
You know, after all this time, this is my real only complaint about the bike. The front clip, the windshield support on this thing snaps immediately. That's my only real complaint about the Afterflame. Oh, and the suspension. But complaining about stock suspension on a Honda is like complaining about stock tires. We all know it's crap, so. I'm making rubber grommets for the windscreen.